Hello there, welcome to the continuation of our JavaScript tutorial. In today's class, we're going to be looking at objects. In our last class video, we look at function, where we define function as a set of codes that does something, yeah, but it does not do anything on its own except whenever it is being called upon. It may return a value. The function starts with the keyword function, and then giving the next is a name. Then we have the open and close parentheses where we can have parameters passed in, and then we have the open and close curly brackets where the codes to be executed by that function are written in the curly brackets. Now, JavaScript objects. So JavaScript objects is just a way of representing real life objects. So in real life, an object may have certain, attributes or properties that describes them, and they may be able to do one or two things. For example, a car can start, a car can accelerate, a car can brake, a car can stop, a car may have a color of white, weight. So those things that describe the car are referred to as properties, and what the car can do are referred to as the functions that the car can perform. So JavaScript tries to, find a way of representing this real life object in using code. So this brings us to what we call the JavaScript object. So JavaScript objects. We have already learned that JavaScript variables are containers for data. This code assigns a simple value to a variable like this, say car flat. Objects are variables too, but objects can contain many values. So that's the difference. This code assigns many values, say flat 500y, to a variable named car. So look at this. This is an example of a JavaScript object. Now, a typical JavaScript object starts with what? The open parentheses, or curly brackets or braces, and ends with a close braces. Remember, all JavaScript statements always end with a semicolon. Now, the variables, because we say that an object can hold many values. Okay, so those values are written in key pairs or name pairs. For example, type is a key or is a name of the variable. Column is more or less like the assignment operator. So the operator to assign value to this name or key is the column, right? Then this is what has been assigned to this name or this variable or this key. Then multiple keys or names are separated with what? Comma. So this one, comma, then we have another key, comma, then we have the last one. So this is known as an object, and another name to give to it is a JSON object. So the values are written as name colon value pairs, name and value separated by a colon. JavaScript objects are containers for name, value called properties or object definition. So you can define and create a JavaScript object with an object literal. So this is what we call the object literal. Okay, this is an object. For example, we could copy from here to here, and then we go to our console. I'm going to close this try it editor now, and then I'll come to my console here, and then I paste this, and then I press the enter, and this gives us an object that has age, eye color, first name, last name. Okay, now Spaces and lines break are not important. So an object definition can span multiple lines like this one. So JavaScript will just ignore all the multiple lines and multiple spaces. So the object properties, the names, value pairs in JavaScript objects are called the properties. So this is the property and this is the property value. Okay, accessing an object, that's the next important thing. You can access object properties in two ways. One, using the dot notation like this. So you use the object name, which is in this case the object name is person here, dot. Then you can now put the property name, and in this case the property names are the first name, the last name, the age, and the eye color. So for example, if I want to access the name, first name, I'll now say person dot first name. So using the dot notation, or you can also use the square bracket notation. So here you access the object, you start with the object name, then square bracket, then the property name inside a double quote like a string. So for example, you can say person dot last name, or you can say person square bracket last name. Object methods. Object can also have methods. When we say methods, methods are more or less functions. Methods are actions that can be performed on objects. Methods are stored in properties as function definition. For example, you can have something like this, say full name function return this dot first name plus empty space plus then this dot last name. So that's concatenation. So for example, the object now becomes something like this. We have person, first name, last name, ID, full name. Then you can now have function return this dot this dot first name plus this dot last name, this keyword. Now when we say this refers to the object itself, the current object, the owner of that function. So for example, this function is owned by the object. So when you say this dot first name, you are referring to object, which is person. This now refers to person, and then when you say dot first name, you are now referring to the property first name. Right? So in the example above, this is the person object that owns the full name function. In other words, this dot first name means first name of the property of the object. Accessing the object method. You can access an object method within the following syntax. So object name dot method name, this time you need to include the open and close bracket or parentheses. So you can as well assign the result of that function to a variable, just like a normal function. The only difference between normal function call is here you need to attach the object name before the call of the function, If you access a method without the parentheses, it will return the function definition, which is the function object itself. Do not declare string, numbers, and booleans as objects. So when a JavaScript variable is declared with the keyword new, the variable is created as an object. So for example, instead of merely creating X as a string literal, you can set to create X as a string object, or Y as a number object, or Z as a Boolean object. However, it has its side effects. So advisably avoid string numbers and Boolean objects. They complicate your code and slow down execution speed. Okay, so we're gonna stop here and see you in the next video.